Hey guys, it's Devin and welcome back to my channel. Sorry that I've been so MIA for quite some time, but both my kiddos are in school now. Dropped my little one off for her first day of kindergarten this morning. I got all my tears out yesterday during orientation, and I figured today I was gonna come home and film a video for you guys. So today we're gonna talk about hair breakage, but before we get into that, I'm sorry if I look weird or can't look at the camera, but my husband dropped my last contact lens down the sink this morning by accident, so I cannot see anything. And when I put my glasses on, there's a glare. So I'm gonna try my best. Anyway, that, and yes, I cut bangs. Yes, I absolutely regret them because I hate them, but we're gonna ignore that. Let's try to push them to the side. Here we go. Anyway, so hair breakage. So this goes without saying that a lot contributes to that. So if you're having a lot of hair breakage, I would talk to your doctor about that because there's sometimes underlying issues as to why. So if you're really babying your hair, you're doing all the right things and you feel like you're shedding more than usual, you're breaking off more than usual, definitely talk to your doctor about that because hair and nails show general health stuff. So, and also of course, diet and health in general. They say you are what you eat. That's true, but these tips are not going to include that, but I just wanted to get that out there before we even start. First thing, hard water. We have really hard water. I noticed the hard water the moment we moved in. We had like scale buildup and everything. So I used to have a attachment filter that I had got off of Amazon, which helped a lot. You put it on your shower head, and that helped a lot. But we've since got a water softener, so I no longer need that. But I also have these products, Hard Water Wellness. It's by Malibu. We actually use this at the salon that I work at as well. If we know somebody has really hard water, we give them, this comes with packets, but it also comes with a shampoo and a conditioner. And I do let my clients know if they have a really hard time with hard water buildup to use the Malibu products on their hair before they come in for a color, because severe hard water and mineral buildup can affect how your hair takes color, but it also affects the brittleness of your hair. So Malibu is really good products. Definitely check those out, as well as the hard water filter. It's usually people that have well water. City water and town water normally don't have issues with hardness, but get your water checked. Second thing, shampooing. Now this is a big category because there's lots to do with shampooing. And I'm sure you've heard some of these, but maybe not some of the other ones. But I like to tell people to brush their hair first when it's dry before you wash your hair, because brushing your hair when it's wet afterwards, that's when your hair is the most fragile. So really ripping at it with the brush when it's wet is going to cause a lot of breakage and snapping. So brush all the tangles out of your hair gently before you wash. I also like to focus just on my roots when washing my hair. Be gentle. Really focus on scrubbing your roots and not scrubbing too harshly the ends of your hair. So really massaging the shampoo into your roots, sudsing it on your roots, cleaning that, massaging that really well, and then letting it all rinse out. The conditioner will also help get any buildup that you might have on your ends. Obviously, if you have tons of hairspray and buildup, you might need to gently massage that through, but mostly just focus on your roots. So that is key. Also, not shampooing as much. I tell my clients that I've been a hairdresser for 15 years, all the time, not to wash their hair too much, but also don't do it too little, because sometimes the problem with that is when you're only shampooing your hair once a week or once every 2 weeks, then you're using an excessive amount of dry shampoo. And then if you're reapplying heat every day on your dry hair, you're stripping your hair of moisture and you're breaking down the hair shaft. So I say about every 3 to 4 days, and just be mindful of not constantly reapplying that heat every day. So finding other styles that you can do in the meantime to kind of get you through that awkward period. There's nothing wrong with dry shampoo. I love me some dry shampoo, but relying on that and then sticking our hair up in messy styles and tight ponytails is also going to break your hair. So it kind of defeats the purpose. So just be aware of that. And when it has to do, let me just show you really quick what shampoos I've been using. I've been using Kalia. It's a organic shampoo. I'm always on the hunt for natural products to see ones that I like, because there's lots of natural products that I've tried that I haven't really liked. But this one so far has been wonderful. This is the hydrating shampoo. Kalia is C-A-L-I-A. The price was super reasonable, and so far I've really been liking it. So that's what I've been using, and also just adding moisture to your hair. So before I even shampoo, I usually do a scalp treatment, especially lately because I'm trying to grow out these bangs. A scalp treatment is so important to do that once a week. If you have to stretch it to every 2 weeks, that's fine. But the ends of our hair are very reflective of what's going on in our scalp. So a lot of times we can over moisturize the ends of our hair, but if we're not taking care of our scalp, the hair that's coming and growing out of our scalp is not going to be healthy. So keeping your scalp moisturized and healthy is key. So what I usually do is I'll take coconut oil or argan oil. Sometimes I'll mix them. Rosemary oil, which is really good for scalp stimulation and hair growth. I'll mix it in a bowl. I'll put it on my scalp and I'll like lightly massage it into my scalp. Scalp massage is great for hair growth and scalp health because it helps stimulate the hair follicles. So that's awesome and it feels good. I mean, it would feel better if somebody else would do that for me, but I digress. So doing that, and I'll leave it on for however long I have time. So sometimes if I'm able to do that at the end of the night and leave it on for an hour, that's great. Sometimes I only have 10 minutes and I'll just massage it into my scalp, leave it for 10 minutes before I wash my hair. But I've noticed a big difference in the health of my hair since I've been doing that. Look, guys, this is the problem with bangs. I touch my hair so much that it just starts looking crazy. I just need to leave it. But with that argan oil, adding that moisture back into your hair is super important. So in the morning, I've been taking a tiny drop and bringing that in through my ends, a tiny drop, because if you overdo it, it can get a little bit greasy. So it might take a while to find the right amount for you. You can use whatever hair oil you like, but this is 100% argan oil, as opposed to using something like Moroccan oil or bassut oil. I love a lot of hair oil products, but a lot of times they contain other things and alcohol in it. So I want something just purely oil for my hair. So I put a little bit of that on in the morning, brush it through, especially if you have dry hair, it just soaks it right up. And at night as well, I've been putting it a little bit in. So when you put it on your hands, you rub it in your hands, you bring it in through the ends, and then when you barely have product left on your hands, then I'll kind of bring it up through to the roots, because you don't want to take product of oil in your hair and bring it right to your roots right away. You're going to end up with a greasy scalp, so don't do that. So I've been doing that and also using a heat protectant before you put any heat on your hair. I really like the Miracle Leave-In. This time I got the one for blondes because I was at Marshall's and I'd never seen this one before and I happened to pick it up. But yeah, any of the it's a 10 products I have liked, but this is the Miracle Leave-In and it has heat protectant in that. So I'll spray that into my hair after the shower, and usually I'll let it dry 75%. So also, when you're letting it dry, you can towel dry it, but make sure you just kind of blot it dry instead of rubbing it with the towel. The friction can cause breakage. Even better would to be using something like a cotton t-shirt to tie it up, and again, blotting instead of rubbing your hair. I used to let my hair completely air dry, and then in the morning I would add a little bit of curl to it with the curling iron. But lately, because of these bangs, I have to dry the bangs first. I tell people you can let the rest of your hair completely dry by itself, but do not wait on your bangs. If you have bangs, dry them right away, because the moment it starts parting, you can't get rid of it. Get it as air dried as possible before applying heat, and try not to use heat daily, and try to put it at a lower heat. And that comes to just kind of playing with it and seeing what your hair can take. Everybody's hair is different. If someone has really coarse, thick hair, their hair can usually handle more heat than somebody like me that has finer hair. And in general, I feel like that has a lot to do with hair breakage. Obviously, people with any type of hair type can have breakage, but curlier hair tends to get more hair breakage because of the lack of moisture. And hair like mine, that I have a lot of hair, but it is fine textured, and I have to be more aware of that with my ends because I tend to break easier than someone that has really coarse, thick hair. So you can't reverse breakage. So using any kind of products on it to fix split ends, the only thing that's going to repair split ends is getting it trimmed. I'm sorry, but that's true. So I tell my clients, if you got split ends, you have to cut them off. There's no way to repair them. So preventing them is the more important thing, because once you have them, you have them. If you're growing out your hair, though, I do tell people you can wait. You can wait about 3 months in between cuts, as long as you're babying your ends. And if you don't have a hairdresser that you trust, I try to be really understanding of my clients. If they just want to skim, I literally do just give them a skim. But if you're uncomfortable going to a stylist that often, or you feel like the stylist that you're going to get really crazy scissor happy, which sometimes they do, you can do it at home, especially just your length in between. I can't say that I don't do that, although I am professionally trained. I'm professionally trained. So watch a YouTube video. I can even try to make one if you want. That's like a simple DIY haircut at home, something that you can do in between. So maybe if you did that twice and then went to an actual stylist for the third time. But yeah, just to keep those split ends at bay. So getting trims. Next thing is tying your hair up. So when you tie your hair up, be aware of the type of scrunchies that you're using. The ones that I really like, of course, when I didn't bring it over, is those spirally ones that look like the phone cord. Those are really good for preventing breakage. I also feel like I get a lot fluffier of a messy bun when I use those. Stuff like this. These are back in style, guys. They're coming back. The banana clips. But when you're putting your hair up loosely in these, when you're around the house, just to get your hair up off your neck, instead of using like a really tiny hair tie and tying it up, I notice with a lot of clients of mine that tie their hair up every day for sports or for the gym, they get breakage right in here because they're using that tie constantly and ripping it tight. So just be aware of that when tying, or using just scrunchies that are better and less breaking on the hair. I just got this little thingamabob the other day. I saw someone using it on TikTok. I think it was like $8 on Amazon. And I have been loving this for when I go to sleep. I have tried so many heatless style products for nighttime, the silk pillowcase, all that stuff, because I know it's good for you. I know it's good for your skin, anti-aging, all those things. But I am not the type of person that is going to spend a ton of time at night tying my hair up in these fancy updos for sleeping. That's just not who I am, and I've accepted that. So this is a great option for you if you're like me. All I do is tie my hair with this on top of my head. This is going to be even better for people that have really long hair. Mine is kind of like mid-length. But then you have this little thingamabob, and you kind of tuck your hair around it quick so that it keeps your hair all tied in, and then you sleep just like that. It takes me like 3 seconds, and it's really good to keep your hair up and off, not causing the friction on the pillowcase. As well, this is satin or silk, so it protects your hair. So I will try to link these things that I'm talking about down below in the description box if you're curious, by the way. But yeah, that was on Amazon. It was super cheap. Last thing, protective styles. So if you're the type of person that's working out a lot, or if you swim a lot, chlorine, beach hair, I tell all my clients, if they're going on vacation, if they're going to be in the water a lot, get your hair damp before you get in the water, put a little leave-in conditioner in it or oil, and braid it. Something that's going to protect it from breaking, soaking in too much chlorine. If it's already soaked in products from the water from inside in your faucet, it's not going to be soaking in as much water in the pool. Same thing at the beach. Tie your hair up loosely, silk scrunchies, hats, braids, because wind, salt water, sand, friction causes breakage. So just be aware of that type of stuff. With winter just around the corner, with hats, stuff like that. It can cause breakage. With wind, cold air, where I'm from in New York, it's always good for me to like kind of loop my hair and like tuck it in to my scarf so it's not whipping around in the wind. And there are hats that I've seen recently that have satin on the inside, like a beanie, but it has satin on the inside, which is great for people, especially with curly hair. It's really good for not messing up your style. It keeps the moisture. So definitely check that out if you can find. I'll try to link one on Amazon if I can find. But those are my tips for preventing hair breakage. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you're going to try any of these tips, and if you did, let me know how it went. And if you guys have any like products that you love or recommendations, definitely leave that in the comment section below, because it's good to share information. If you liked this video, definitely hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for new videos, and give me recommendations in the comment section. If you guys have anything in particular that you want to see, give me a thumbs up because that helps this video be seen. And yeah, check me out on Instagram at Drake's Nest. And I also am on TikTok. I know, am I too old for that? Am I too old to be on TikTok? I don't know, but I love it. My name on TikTok is Devon, Devon, TJE08, because TJE is Cha in Dutch. Devoncha means little Devon. That's what my mom used to call me. And 08 That's when me and Josh got married. So there you go. Follow us there, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.